Jews, word.
Like a Friday night.
What up, Nitro? Lady Soul, we live in life. Quan.
Afternoon. You're tuning into the episode of the Wunderkind Afternoon Show. Victory Monday, what up? Listen, I want to make sure I get this point across to everybody that's listening, everybody that is at home. Hopefully everyone had a wonderful night, right? How many of y'all wanted to punt the season? Tell me now. Look at Nitro in his very caramel face. And tell me how many of y'all want to punt this season. Do you still want to punt? Huh? Do you still want it gone? Do you still want to just get a first round pick? Huh? I bet you it's a no. And now you see the Bills are losing. Kansas City is losing. It's one of those years where anything is possible. But I'm all right. Usually, listen, I'm an early bird. Usually I'm up really early. Like every morning I'm up around 5:30. Like it doesn't go, like my internal clock, I don't need anything. Like I'll be in there just, and my eyes just zoom in. I wake up. Yeah, so I'm an early bird. Usually because I get so much stuff done in the morning, but I've been like that since I was a kid. So it's afternoon, like 11, 12, that's afternoon for me. It's not morning for me. But yeah, listen, I hope everyone had a wonderful night. You already know what it is. Victory Sunday to Victory Monday. Let me go say good morning to everybody in the chat. Oh yeah, we got some people in the chat. We got some beautiful people in the chat. Beautiful people. Oh. Hey. We gonna say good morning. Producer First in the building. What up? Good morning to you, bro. What up? Zeller the Ninth. Always a pleasure, bro. Glad that you all right. Zanger. We here, man. We are here. The Ravens are so back. We're back, baby. Gelbon's in the building. Jared Thomas, my bro, from another mo. What's up? Eli Sports got me at Nitro. You know how I go, bro. Gregory Smith, good morning. Tila, always a pleasure to have you, madam. Present, glad that you're here. Enough time, what up? Dwiz, what up? What's up? How y'all doing? What up? See Enough Time TV. Yeah. I know that's a gaming channel. He does a lot of good gaming and stuff like that. He's Jamaican. Go give him some love and a shout out on his channel, guys, please. If you see Enough Time show up, go over there and like and subscribe. I be saying, what up? Eli Sports Guy, what up? Listen, man. Listen, Chris, always a pleasure to have you, madam. Alexander Gullion, what up? Brewski, you already know what it is. Wundercats, ho! Bro, I try to tell y'all, bro. Y'all gotta start trusting me, bro. The Wunderkind Afternoon Show. Money Mike, you know what it is, man. 18 more subs to 1,000. Yeah, we almost, listen. This channel has only been up for what? 5 months? Give or take. And we're almost monetized. I just want to thank everybody for all the love, the support, the constant donations, the memberships, everything. We're building something, guys. And eventually, this might be on Roku or Netflix. We don't know. But that day will come. God willing. Keep me in y'all prayers also. You know how it go. God first. Hey, listen, man. It's still morning here. Now, not for me. Me and my family members are really early people. I'm dead serious. Like father, mother, brother. Outside, my sister isn't a morning person, but even she'll wake up when she needs to. But everybody else in my family is early birds. Early birds. So, yeah. Hey, man. Listen, man. I'm so happy. Everybody else is in here. Chris, what up? What up, Mike M? What up? So listen, guys, let's get into this. The Ravens beat the Vikings yesterday. And there's some points that I think have to be pointed out from this game, but not just pointed out, like accentuated. And what I mean by that is, this was not one of those games, right, where the Ravens offense came out and was just running down your throat, tonsils and all, pause, right? Or Lamar throwing for a Jackson 5. This was we'll play what the defense gives us. This is one of those games where they're going to blitz us. Exotic blitzes, safety blitzes, safeties coming down, you know what I'm saying? Quarter coverages over, over your best receivers, and then manning everybody else up. Just taking what the defense was giving you, short down, short plays, short throws, sticking to the run regardless of what's going on. Pablo, good morning. Zeke, Okage, what up, man? You feel what I'm trying to say? So this is one of these games that there was no turnover. Now, there could be turnovers. Why? Because you had a couple plays that Mark Andrews popped the ball into the air. You had one play where Isaiah Likely popped that ball into the air. But outside of, and there was a lot of drops this game. There was like 6 or 7 drops in this game. Zay dropped the ball. Mark dropped the ball. Isaiah dropped the ball. Bate dropped the ball. Who else dropped the ball? Justice Hill dropped the ball. And I believe Derrick Henry dropped the ball. It was a lot of drops. A lot of drops. Tila, I'm skipping comments. Y'all joking around in the comment section. Mods, what up? ISO, good morning, man. Listen, this is something that the Ravens have really struggled with. Even with all the drops, the offensive line being ineffective for a large majority of the game, short plays, short passes, screens, you know what I'm saying? 2-step drop, 1-step drop, like 1, 2, foot, 1, boop, like the ball was out of his hands. There was no 5-step drops saying we're going to try to get that ball down the field. No. Eli Sports Guy with the first $5 donation of the morning. Let's go. Yes! We won an ugly game without LJ having to be Superman. That's encouraging. Eli Sports Guy, that's the point. LJ didn't have to turn into Clark Kent or Kal-El. He didn't have to show his Kryptonian heritage. He didn't have to prove to everybody that he could fly, have laser vision, leap tall buildings, outrun bullets. He just had to sit back and say, I'm going to make these teammates do what it do, baby. And get out of there with a win. And it's even more, Best Nation donation. You darn right, King Blaze. Best Nation donation. And the reason why that holds even more is because last week we beat Miami, right? And everybody from Ryan Clark and on, media and on, said, hey, Miami's garbage. Who cares if you beat Miami? Miami ain't nothing. They can't beat no good teams. And then Miami went out there, right, and looked at the Bills and gave the Buffalo Bills a straight up old-fashioned show me your report card. You got 2 D's and you missed some days. When I brought you to school, type butt whipping. Right? 30-13, if I'm not mistaken. And we came out of there with the dub. On top of it, the Steelers lost to the Chargers. Listen, I'm going to bring you back to them old days where when you used to get bad grades, you used to be in that bus. Everyone's looking at you like, bro, why you shaking like that? Nothing. You know, you get that pit in your stomach. All of a sudden they say, yo, you want a piece of this? You're not hungry? Like, no, I'm hungry, bro. I'm hungry. No. Because you know what's going to happen when you got home. Yeah, bro, just unlocked my PTSD. Yo, like, bro, this is why the NFL is the greatest reality television in the world. Because it's honestly, truly, undoubtedly week to week. We beat the Miami Dolphins, who were saw as nothing more than a pitiful excuse of a high school team masquerading as an NFL team. And that same high school team went out there and gave the beats to who they said and perceived to be the best quarterback in the league in Josh Allen and his stacked Buffalo Bills, who they are now saying he has no help with, and they've really shortchanged Josh. Gave him beats. I'm talking Dr. Dre all over that top. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all, listen, yesterday was something else. To watch this team have adversity and still get the dub, that's what I'm talking about. That's more playoff style football. Juju B with a $5 donation. Yes! Ravens need to keep winning, but KC and Bills got some tough games upcoming. If we can win our games, we might be able to host both of them in the playoffs. Shout out to you, Juju Bean, Best Nation donation. Thank you for so much for the support and the donation. Let me bring that a little bit further, Mr. Juju Bean. JJB. Let me show you that there's a chance the Chiefs might not make the playoffs. You guys know that, right? The Chiefs are 5-4. If the Chiefs lose another game, because here's the thing, the Chiefs most likely are not going to win their division. They gotta go through the wild card. Same thing with the Bills. They gotta go through the wild card. Good luck. Chris M with a $10 donation. Oh my God. She said, with her head held high, I will not be outdone unless someone outdoes me. Is that a challenge to the donations? Miss Chris M, thank you so much for that donation. Best Nation donation. Thank you. I love you guys. Oh! Love you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. But that's like, guys, people are not taking into consideration how crazy that is. That's how weird this year is. The Chiefs, we've only lost one more game than the Chiefs. And the Chiefs do own the tiebreaker over us, but the Bills own the tiebreaker over them. And if we can win our division, it's not looking too good for the Chiefs. It's not looking too, because the Chiefs have harder games. We have an easier schedule going down the pike. Mind you, if we win out, we're 12-5. We're 12-5 if we win out. If we lose even one game, we're 11-6. If we win the AFC North, that means we're hosting a playoff game, even if the Bills have a better record than us. Because we don't look like they're going to, oh my God, Sunday night with $50. Bro, don't do this to me this morning. Don't do it to me. Woo, son. Don't do this. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, Zelly, what are you doing? Oh, all I'm seeing is pink. Yo, I just feel like coming out and being like, pterodactyl, just pink all over the screen. Zelly, we're here, bro. Oh my God. Yo, Chris said, don't challenge me. This man just said, like, my God. Y'all ain't, bro. This is what Victory Monday is supposed to feel like, man. I feel blessed. I'm telling y'all, man, I feel blessed. Whoa, man. Shout out to Zelly, man. Shout out to all y'all, man. Zelly just throwing it out. Chris, Juju B, thank y'all all for the donations. Best Nation donation. Oh my God. Eli Sports Guy, don't think I forgot about you either. Donating, man. Let's go. Thank y'all so much for the donations, guys. But that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Pablo said, this is Sparta. Like, hold up. You know what we're going to do? We're going to look at this straight up. Because I know I'm not tripping. Twins with a $20 donation. Yo! For the pantry work. Yo. Bro, Dwiz from the top, bro. Man, I can't even talk. Y'all just throw it out the donations. Having y'all here talking about some. Let me tell you something. People in the comments, you see, people think it's about the money. No. It's about being able to be blessed. About finding victory. Not having fear. And showing love. Let's wow! Let's go! I'm feeling it. Man, wipe that preparation off my face and smile. Whew. Y'all better stop trying to raise my blood pressure, guys. Chill out. Oh, my God. Oh, talk about it's going to be an exceptional. Man. Not you're running around the chest. Oh, my God. Y'all, man, I love you guys. Thank y'all so much, man, for the love and support, man. Thank y'all. So let's get back to this standings, right? I want to show y'all something, right? NFL standings. Because I know I'm not tripping. I want to go over something with y'all today. Because this is exactly why I told y'all before. Why never change? I will never change. I promise you, my game. The person that y'all see is the person you'll always get. I could be worth $1 billion. I'll still be in my church, helping out, loving my family, loving my kid, praising God. Yeah. Oh my gosh. But I want to show you something, right? So this is the biggest reason why I told y'all why I didn't want to put in the season. And I knew everybody was frustrated. I knew people was, mad. Jared Thomas said Nitro Shady McCoy said that Josh Allen looked tired in the second half from all the hits and carrying the Bills, that he needs big time help. Bro, and the funny thing you even bring that up, Jared, I actually saw on my Twitter, like on my feed, him making excuses for him. He came out with just like, the Bills have failed Josh Allen. I'm like, y'all were just saying that Stephon Diggs was a hindrance. And Stephon Diggs was looking very nice with that guy named Drake May. And that's the perfect, you see the problem? Everybody said, oh, look, the MVP. Josh never needed Stephon Diggs. Josh has regressed. Even though he's still, to me, the second best quarterback in the league right now, he has still regressed some, right? Because he doesn't have that guy on the outside. He has a lot of good players, but Stephon Diggs was that guy. And that, when you have a guy on the outside, it roll coverages over to that side. So it simplifies everything else across the board. People didn't want to listen. Now, Drake May got him. And how does Stephon Diggs look over there on the Patriots? Look pretty darn good, doesn't he? Look like he's going to be a 1,200-yard receiver, huh? 7-8 touchdowns, too, huh? Okay. No more Mr. Nice Guy. But I had told you guys, I through the frustration. This is why I try to tell you, I always try to stand on my 10 toes, regardless of what's going on. This is why. I'm going to read this off to you guys. Right now in the league, in the AFC, the Chargers are 7-3. The AFC West. The Broncos are 8-2. The Chiefs are 5-4. I'm not going to go to the Raiders. There's no reason. They're not making the playoffs. Right, Ravens, see, what up? That's my guy. Man, I haven't talked to you in a minute, Ravens. Hopefully you're doing good, man. God bless to you, man. Hopefully you good. Oh, and Yolanda B coming in here. I just want to make sure that y'all show her and Hendo some love. They be doing the lives, and they be busting their tail. And you already know, man, I always try to show everybody support. I didn't even get to, because I was so much stuff happening at once. Shout out to Yolanda B for being in here also. To all of the content creators that give y'all, that put so much time into y'all crafts to build something. Shout out to you guys. Please, guys, show them some love. Go support. I love those guys and ladies. Man, yeah. Just want to make sure that I shouted them out. Hendo, I even this morning, Lunch Break Hot Take was live with Hendo, and I believe Ferris is his name. Shout out to those guys. They're trying new things, putting out more content. It's just hard work, man. They're pressing, and I love it. I love it. I love seeing people work hard, man. Love it. Shout out to them brothers. Definitely. But right now, the AFC West, the Broncos are 8-2, Chargers are 7-3. The Colts are 8-2, Jaguars are 5-4. To Miss Yolanda, you know it is. Much love. Much, much love. Texans are 4-5. Showing y'all something real quick. I'm making a point. Steelers are 5-4. Ravens are 4-5. And we're playing the Browns next with Dylan Gabriel. Shout outs to Dylan, right? And now the Patriots are 8-2. The Bills are 6-3. So let's look at this from a realistic standpoint, right? The Patriots, the Colts, Broncos, Chargers, Bills. That's 8-2, 8-2, 7-3, 6-3. That's what the AFC is right now. That is four. So that's, let's look at that. That's Patriots that are leading the AFC. So that's one. Slot. Steelers and Ravens. Steelers right now are leading, so they got a slot. Colts got a slot at 8-2. Broncos and Chargers fill out. You need 7 teams. There's only 2 slots left. So you would have 2 teams coming from the AFC East, 2 teams coming from the AFC West. That's 4. 1 from the AFC North, 1 from the AFC South. Then there's just 1 more left. That's where the Chiefs most likely are going to be fighting for. Like, bro, I'm telling y'all, man, it's so crazy to think about that we're in a conundrum right now that we might be able to win the Super Bowl and be matched up against a team that won more games than we did. Crazy work. It's nasty work. But I'm loving every minute of it. We got to, the biggest thing is we got to address that O-line. The O-line is absolutely terrible. What they put on tape yesterday, I don't understand how Harbaugh and all of those other guys in those rooms for the offensive line and everything else can look at that squad and be like, yep, I see improvement. I see power. I see pride. Like, no, bro, there's no way they're looking at them and seeing those things. They're lying. They're lying. Like, straight up. Money Mike said Trevor Lawrence, the most gassed, overrated QB coming out of the draft I've ever seen because of his hair. They love that sunshine. Sunshine, sunshine. You know what I'm saying? Over there looking like Rapunzel. Let down your hair. And it's glowing and everything. They're like, oh yeah, we love him. So they act. That's how they act. And guess what? He got paid and there's no expectation for Trevor Lawrence. You ever notice that? He got big money, big quarterback money and everything, and there's no expectations for him. Must be nice. Must be nice. Seabradal was crying, laughing in their face. Was like, he trashed. Why you getting a birthday song? Yeah, I seen it. People, Flex Zone, what up? Another content creator, man. Shout outs to you, bro. Much love, man. Y'all go show them some love and support also, man. To all the content creators, much love. I'm glad the Browns put themselves in a hole. Yeah. And now we get the easier round with Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel is garbage. I watched his highlights yesterday, and it was lowlights. Like, he had legit 6 or 7 passes that he just threw it into spaces where nobody was. Legit. Like, he would throw it and there's nobody there, just defenders. Like, he would run like trips. Let's say on the left, he's running trips, right? They're all running their routes. Everything's to this side of the field. He threw it to the right side of the field. There is no reason why we do not leave that game with 4 or 5 interceptions. None. Shout out to Sip the Tally Films, another content creator showing up, man, showing love and showing support. Y'all go give him some love and support. You already know that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people in here. Please, guys, if you ever have a chance, go check out Sip the Tally Films. He doing the breakdown and stuff like that. Yes, we're different. We do different stuff. That's what makes all of us special. Go give him some love. C. Burdell with a $2 donation. Said all 22 films was shaking his head during analysis. Hold on, C. Burdell. Thank you so much for that $2 donation, by the way. Best Nation donation. Was that the analysis on our O-line or on the Browns' Dylan Gabriel? Like, which one was it where they were just shaking their head? Because Dylan Gabriel was absolute garbage. I'm talking dumpster juice, diaper water, a trash smoothie. Like, that's how bad he was yesterday. It's actually our O-line. Oh, yeah. You know what's crazy? Rosengarten played terrible yesterday, bro. Rosengarten played bad. Of course, our guards are trash. Falele and what's his name? Voorhees was trash as usual. But Rosengarten was getting beat yesterday. Beat. And then you saw Pat Ricard get beat too. Nick Love, what up? Like, that junk was crazy to me, bro. Like, as you know, it's crazy because we have coaches and stuff in here, people that have coached the game of football, right? How do you look at the fan base and say, yup, that's acceptable? It's nasty, bro. Absolutely, it's disgusting. Donovan Carter with a $5 donation. Show me the love. The only reason Fat Lele should be on the ground is to do push. Oh my God. Yo, Donovan Carter wilding. Hold up. The only reason Fat Lele should be on the ground is to do push-ups. Instead, he be on the ground, cause defenders to bulldoze him like it's demolition day. Yeah, bro. Listen, I've never seen a guy that has the physical tools as soft and as uncoordinated as a Falele. We're talking about a 6'8" behemoth of a man. From what I'm understanding, his lifting, powerlifting, all that stuff is off the charts. This man be out there waving the hands like he's directing traffic, like he's an air controller. Like, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like he's trying to do learn a different style of jumping jacks. Acting like he's Icarus, trying to fly. Like, it's just really ridiculous how bad he is. And yet he's starting. And they'll look me in my face and try to tell me that there's nobody on the team. There was nobody in free agency or drafting or trading better than Daniel Falele. It's nasty work, bro. Nasty work. Best Nation donation. Shout out to you, DC. It's crazy, bro. And they just looking at me like I should believe it. You know Coach going to break all this down. Don't worry, Coach. I'm going to be in there laughing, bro, because I can't wait for you to break this down properly because it's horrendous. The exact God favorite, that sack Lamar took pause could have been bad, bro. Now, if if Lamar would have got knocked down on that play, God forbid, right? What would have been the excuse from Harbaugh? Oh, we believe in our offensive line. They did great this game. Yeah, okay. Nitro, please cover out Acho and Shady. Covered the game last night. Sympathy for Josh, more slander for Lamar. Hey, Bro, listen, man, I'm telling you, man, like, those two is hilarious. I don't like Acho. Like, I don't watch his stuff for those reasons. He lost his show because people seen, oh, you're just a shock jock and wouldn't give him the time of day. And I hope they do it to his new channel and then he has to go do something else. Because they're fools. Straight off fools. Yup. All 22 talked about, I didn't even watch the All 22 Seabradell, and I already knew, because I was watching, I'm like, bro, they're getting massacred. Reprehensible work, JB. Facts. Facts. It's ridiculous, bro. Falele, I'm hollering. Yeah, bro. Yeah, there's all different types of names for Falele. I heard his name be Lele, Fat Lele, Falala, Chick-fil-A, Fish Filet. Like the man is food. He's food. Looks like Tarzan, plays like Jake. Facts. He is the absolute what's it called? The example for that quote. Look like Tarzan, play like James. Nasty. See what up with another $2 donation. Yes. That's why the team was silent in HBD song. Yeah. And every time they bring up what's it called, the offensive line, Harbaugh deflects. They already know to stop asking because it looked like he'll get them mad and get their passes revoked. Because that's why nobody holds Harbaugh accountable, because he will get there. Like, I remember even one time, shout out to Cordell Woodland, that's my guy too, right? He was covering the team and somebody said, why don't you do this? He was like, yeah, I could do that and then I'll lose my job. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like Harbaugh and them, if you go at him a certain way, he'll just get your pass revoked. Then you'll lose your job. Like, you know what I'm saying? And everybody knows that. So, yeah. Yeah. So no one's going to go over there and test and be like, why is the offensive line garbage? Why does it seem a child can see how bad they are except for you? All of their passes would be revoked before they even left the building. I'm not asking you. Real talk. Mods, and he's now battling influence. Shady McCoy, laugh my butt off. Telling you, Jared, bro. You need to just turn them off, bro. Ignore them, bro. I'm telling you. It'll do better for your psyche. I'm telling you. Chris M., I saw his foot shuffle and it was terrible in my coach voice. Trying to tell y'all, man, it's come to a point now that I don't even, like, the offensive line is so bad that I look at it and I be like, okay. That's how bad it is. You just be like, all right, it's a Tuesday. It is what it is. Like, and somebody pointed out, I think it was Jared last night, it pointed out that every time Falele leaves the field, Harbaugh's clapping in his face and slapping him on his backside. Good job, man. I'm like, hey, yo, whose mans is this? Now, like, for real. Like, come on. It's nasty, bro. Nasty. But shout out to them. The guys are going to be covering. I know there's going to be a lot of breakdowns on the film. It's going to be hilarious, and I will be there to laugh. Straight up. Oh, I didn't even watch that Jared Thomas about Nick Wright. I'll tell you right now. Talk about something he says in the ground the Ravens. Like, you notice why he's saying certain words now? Because there's a chance his team don't make the playoffs. And then everyone's going to bring up what he said. He's going to make excuses. And then, of course, we're going to bring him and be like, what happened to all these games where the defense was giving up a record amount of points, or the offensive line on our team is garbage? Like, no, he's not going to bring it up. People are going to bring that up about him. And then he's going to be like, yeah, I'm just making excuses, blah, 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 blah. Well, I guess now I'm telling you right now, he'll 180 and be like, the Ravens just won the Super Bowl. Now that his team don't make the playoffs, that's exactly what he's going to say. I'm going to tell Jared Thomas, please clip this part, keep it in your pocket, and know that when that happens, you can pull that out. If the Chiefs miss the playoffs, he will come out and say the Ravens just won the Super Bowl. The Ravens just won the Super Bowl. I'm telling you. Falele is a child from the hidden family of Harbaugh. Maybe. They send this man up to continue to be torn apart. Yeah. Listen, guys, last night, like I said, I was just thinking about it. O-line was trash, but the defense really, really played well. When the ball hit their hands, they turned it over. Roquan was acting like a heat-seeking missile, and he was thinking also. Like you saw when we were about to get into it, Wiggins was about to get into it with the Vikings, and then it looked like it was going to be a fight on the field, and Roquan started pushing dudes in the chest. Get y'all butts back over there. We ain't getting none of these penalties. We're going to keep beating themselves up. I love that. I love that. Understanding the mind games. You know what I'm saying? Mike Green looked exceptionally well. We had multiple plays, guys, where there were multiple guys on our pass rush in the backfield. I was surprised. And then to make it even crazier, Lamar Jackson got a roughing the passer call. When that roughing, because when it happened, I thought, oh, when the flag came out, I was like, oh, who was holding on the offensive line? And then when they said roughing the passer defense, I swear, I lie to you not. I lie to you not. I felt my heart stop for a second. And I started fighting to grab oxygen into my lungs to force it to pump again. And I was about to give myself CPR. And then it finally started pumping. I was like, what just happened? I thought I was in the Matrix. You know when they in the Matrix, when they pull them out of the system, they pull out crap out of their mouth and they wake up and they're like, oh my God, I'm in a cybernetic. Where am I? That's what I kind of felt like. I thought I was waking up from the Matrix. And then everyone's like, and then you saw Mike Preston, bro. I keep trying to tell you that man really does hate Lamar. Come out and be like, that was a bad call. You know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. Like, the man drove Lamar, picked him up, and drove him into the turf like this. But guess what? Because it's Lamar, that shouldn't be a call. Mike Preston and them, all you are showing us who you really are. That's what I'm saying. If this was any other quarterback, they'd be like, bro, you can't do that to the quarterback. That's exactly what they would say. You can't do that to the quarterback. But because it's Lamar Jackson, they're allowed to pick him up, drive him down. Now, mind you, perfect tackle. That's how you draw it up when you're a kid to tackle somebody. But you already know you can't drive the quarterback into the ground. You can't do that. Patrick Mahomes has been living off those calls. Josh Allen's been living off those calls. Lawrence gets those calls. Herbert gets those calls. Purdy gets those calls. But all of a sudden, let the world stop. That's unfair. If Lamar Jackson gets that call, all right. It's nasty, bro. Should have been a flag on Bateman's almost TD. Textbook hip. Yeah, that's another thing. He got a high ankle sprain. He might be out next week. He might be out against the Browns. If Bateman is out against the Browns and DeAndre Hopkins is taking his snaps, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. DeAndre Hopkins is going to have like 2 touchdowns in that game. Mark my words. Look for DeAndre Hopkins to have like 70, 80 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. If Bateman, they said it's supposed to be like a high ankle sprain, something like that. So we don't know what his timetable is going to be. We'll find out probably more today after, the Harbaugh, interview. But if he is out for any amount of time, look for D-Hop to go off. Tez Walker, everything that y'all said about Tez, this is exactly what I told Coach. Shout out to Coach when he came on this channel, right? And we were talking about it, and I said, I don't see Tez getting a lot of targets. I don't. We already don't throw the ball a lot. And we have a hierarchy in how we throw the ball. Zay gets his targets, Mark Andrews gets his targets, and then everything else trickles down after that. Because we throw the ball to all of the running backs, and then we throw it to the other tight ends. That's not including Bateman, who's going to get targets. DeAndre Hopkins is going to get. That's the biggest reason why I thought Tez Walker was not going to have an absolute stud season this year. And I said that. That's the reason why I said that. And I had brought it up at a later time too. I'm like, I don't see him being able to get targets. We're not going to use him. And I at least thought he'd be dressing out. I didn't think that they were just going to be like, no, he's not even dressing for the game. But sure enough, the Ravens said, you're not dressing for the game. That's why. Listen, I've said this numerous of times. Tez Walker, shout out to all the people that love Tez Walker that have said he's special. Tez Walker and DeAndre Hopkins have both outplayed Rashad Bateman thus far. And somehow, Rashad Bateman is still getting the lion's share of the snaps outside of Zay Flowers, which is crazy to me. Matter of fact, let me see if I even have it. I'm pretty sure I saved it somewhere. Let me see. I know I saved it somewhere. I hate when I think I do something and I don't do it. It'll be pissing me off. I'm pretty sure I saved that, bro. Let me type it in and see if I can find it. I should be able to. Here it goes. All right. All right. The snap count. Rashad Bateman was in 61% of the plays. Just to let you guys know that. 61%. Mark Andrews was in 63%. Derrick Henry, 67%. Zay Flowers, 83%. Of course, you already know what Lamar and the offensive line, all 100%. And there were 70 plays. DeAndre Hopkins was in the ball game on 19 plays out of 70. That's it. That is it. And Likely was in on 39 of the plays. So Likely was barely in half of the plays. He was in 56% of the plays, so barely half. Rashad Bateman was 60% of the plays he was in for, over 60%. Same thing with Mark Andrews, Derrick Henry. Zay Flowers at 83% of the plays, so he's always on the field unless he gets tired. Nasty, bruh. Nasty. Tylan Wallace time, next man up. No. D-Hop time. D-Hop time. D-Hop needs to, I'm telling y'all, D-Hop still has something left in the tank. They need to play him. Scuba Steve said, man, have you seen how many people have been on that Josh needs help train? Now I'm annoyed because it's not. He's an MVP, so he should elevate those. You see, exactly. That was always my problem. My thing is, if you're going to make these rules for Lamar, you got to hold the other quarterbacks to the same thing. But they don't. They don't. It doesn't mean that they're bad quarterbacks, because I keep trying to say I feel personally that Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar, those are the top three quarterbacks in the league. I don't even know how you even argue that. But they're not held to the standard of Lamar. That just is crazy to me. None of them are. D-Hop needs those plays. Sign those plays up and give it to D-Hop. There's no reason why DeAndre Hopkins should not have next game 60-something% of the or 70% of the snaps. There's no reason. None. Because he's a good blocker on top of it. No, he did get out of bounds. Remember, he stretched the ball out of bounds, and that counted for out of bounds. It stopped the clock. They even called it on the game and said it was a heads-up play. They said that's a smart play because remember when he was going to get tackled in, he reached out and put the ball out of bounds. And they said that's a heads-up play and it stopped the clock. Diop is still great minus the motor, but he's still and play Keegan and Tez. Everything is about special teams with this team. If you're not playing special teams and that, you're not playing. Folks, please go watch the Rams and 49ers game. Watch how they are using Adams all over the field probably. Nitro, with the way Casey's schedule lines up and how they've been playing, I actually think they do miss the playoffs. They still have to face The Chargers, Denver, Indy, that's tough. Chiefs could have 7 L's, which will put them at 10-7. And I don't think 10-7 makes the playoffs. You're very right. I believe Indy could beat them. I also believe Chargers could beat them. Chargers have already beat them. And they got to face Denver too. They got to face Denver too. Did Denver already, so you got to face Denver, LA one more time. You got Indy. Let me go to their schedule real quick. The rest of their schedule. Let me go check that out. So they got the Broncos next, which could be an L. Let's see. Chiefs versus Broncos could be an L. Colts versus Chiefs could be an L. They beat the Cowboys. I believe they beat the Texans. The Chargers could be an L. They're going to beat the Titans. Oh, they got the Broncos twice. Oh, yeah. They can straight up lose 7 games. Yeah, you're 100% correct, Jared. They could definitely lose 6 or 7 games. Definitely. Bring back Miles Boykin, Ravens legend. Remember, they said Lamar had a lot of help. Miles Boykin was a good top draft pick. We'll see how the NFL cheats because here's the thing too. Those teams might be able to beat them and be in close games with them, but the NFL wants them to make the playoffs. So you can start seeing some crappy calls. All of a sudden, the Chiefs are allowed to do what they do. They're allowed to taunt, trip you, kick you, bite you, and if you do anything back, you're getting flagged, and that helps them. So we're going to see how the NFL starts to help them out as the season goes on, because you know that's going to come down to it. You know that. I'm so sick of the malpractices exhibited every year under horror ball. All of us are, bro. All of us are. Ash, I'm always shocked, but not surprised by the takes people have. Kansas City cannot afford to drop a weird game. If they do, they're definitely cooked. Yeah, because 5-4, they lose one more game. That means now they're vying with Pittsburgh. They're vying with Pittsburgh to make the playoffs, or the Texans. Because if we beat Pittsburgh twice, most likely we make the playoffs. We lead our division. If we beat Pittsburgh twice, most likely we lead our division. Because that counts for 2 more losses for Pittsburgh, and that also means we're undefeated in the conference, in our division. I mean. And we don't see the Browns beating us, and we already beat them once. So, yeah, we go undefeated in our division this year, it's over. Because then Pittsburgh got to beat all them other guys. And let's be real, Cincinnati could give Pittsburgh fits. Because they already beat them. Now, what trips me out is that 2 years ago, media was saying, the Ravens never have Lamar, true number 1 weapon. And now the year, our wide receiver is stacked, boom, boom effect. I don't think our wide receiver room is stacked at all. I think it's middle of the pack, personally. We're not excellent anywhere except for quarterback and running back. That's it. You can say excellent probably in tight end too. But we're not excellent anywhere else. Our O-line is bottom of the barrel. Wide receivers are middle of the pack. If you start going through wide receiving cores throughout this league and say, what's the top 10, what's the top 12, what's the top 13, where are you going to put the Ravens? I put the Ravens, and I'm probably going to make that list. They might make the top 16, 17, but they're not making the top 10. They're not. And that's being real. I think he was trying to get extra. No, because remember, I believe he was getting hit almost. He made somebody miss, and then he stretched it out so he can get it out. Stacked as far in quantity, maybe. Yeah, we got a lot of guys, but even some of the guys we have on our receiver unit wouldn't make the team on most other teams. The only receivers that I can honestly say right now that we have that would make other receiving squads in this league right now, that means you have to go over what you have right now, would be DeAndre Hopkins and Zay Flowers. That is it. I know Tez looks amazing, but once again, would he even be given an opportunity because we haven't given enough opportunity for him to show his stuff. Now, if he showed his stuff and then we just didn't play him, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Because we really haven't given Tez an opportunity to really show out. Like Keaton, the same thing. But now Keaton's done so well with the little bit of snaps he got. Keaton will get picked up from another team. If we was to let him go or whatever else, another team would pick him up in a jiffy. Likely would be the starting tight end on 27 other teams, 28 other teams immediately. Shannon Sharp even brought that up. 33 Lady, how you doing? Like, Shannon Sharp brought it up and even said it. He said, yo, likely would be the starting tight end on at least 27 to 28 of the other NFL teams right now. Immediately. And he's catching 70 to 80 balls. Pause. Bateman could make another roster. I'll give you that. Bateman could make another roster. But I think that he would just, as soon as he makes that roster, because Bateman is not physical. He has no physicality to his game at all. He's probably one of the least physical receivers I've probably ever seen the Ravens ever draft. And I think on most teams, he would just drop down the depth chart to probably not being played. Okay, I'll give you that, 33. Yeah, he would make another team, but then he would just drop down the depth chart till he wouldn't play no more. He'd probably end up on a practice squad. Real talk. Because he has no physicality to him. None. Oh, here goes the camera again. Here goes the camera again. The Cowboys love physical receivers. All of the receivers that they get are physical. All of them. You can go back, Dez Bryant, all the way to Mike, you know what I'm saying, to Dez, to Miles, to Terrell Owens, to CeeDee Lamb, and what's his name they got over there from the Steelers. They love physical receivers. They love physical receivers. It's not that I dislike Bateman. I said Bateman had the talent level of a faster Stephon Diggs. He just lacks the attack. Telling y'all, man, it's crazy. Definitely Brady. Who got released first, Dennis Pitta or Ed Dixon? It's the same situation again. But I think likely just his play style. You have a guy that you can literally just stretch out to be a wide receiver when you need to, but it can block at the highest level of tight ends. Come on now, bro. T-Land with a $5 donation. Yes, donating to the camera fund. Yeah, cameras are very expensive. Very expensive. I got a Canon EOS. I don't use webcams. Cameras are expensive. But thank you so much, Tila, for the donation. Best Nation donation. And now I'm going for a Black Magic. That's the next camera I really want to get. A Black Magic or a Sony. But y'all should already know Sony's $2,700, certain stuff like that. They're expensive. So yeah, but definitely looking to get one. Vince said, honestly, Nitro, maybe we need to look at our wide receiver coach because not one wide receiver we've drafted have been able to develop the full potential. Look at Zay. I feel like Zay still has more than one lock. Zay need to stop dancing. Zay need to put his foot in the ground and go up. Pause. Forward. That's what he needs to do. The dancing Zay be doing be frustrating. Zay can get a first down and just go down. And he'll instead of that, he'll only pick up 2-3 yards because he wants to, He's sitting out there salsaing like he's on Dancing with the Stars. I'll be like, bro, what's up with this? She said, I need one too. Facts. The black magic cameras are really nice and they're more cost effective, and they give you the high quality sensors that you want in mirrorless or mirrored cameras. But I heard the new Nikon was really good, but it's like a red camera. It's like Nikon teamed up with Red. Look into that one. That one's a really good one too. She said, I got 5 on it. Who gets paid this offseason? Sarah Linderbaum? I don't know. You guys. I don't know. We still haven't paid Lamar, so you know darn well I don't know. And I'm staying out of it because I don't know what we're going to be doing this offseason. This offseason is going to be an absolute mess because, we have 26 players or something like that who are free agents on the team, or 20, somewhere around that range, 25, 20, something in that range where they're all free agents. It's a crazy big number. So, yeah. Stop juking and go. That's what he needs to do. Not to call me crazy, but I do feel like they dropped the game to Dallas because I think Dallas for Thanksgiving will score a ton of points. Dak Prescott and Dallas will score a ton. Here's the problem with Dallas. They'll score points in that game, and then their defense will not show up to that game. That's the conundrum of Dallas. The days where their defense looks amazing, their offense doesn't show up. Or the days when the offense looks unbeatable, the defense don't show up. And trust me, that will be the game that the defense does not show up. It's going to be exciting, probably 40 to 45, big score, big plays, all that type of stuff like that. And then at the end of the day, when the whistle blows and says, who won the game? Kansas City. Straight up. Real talk. But guys, that's another episode of the Wonder Kid Morning Show. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for being in here with me. You know what I'm saying, guys? We're going to build this, and I'm dead serious. The Wonder Kid Morning Show, eventually, we're going to try to get this on a bigger platform, not just YouTube. And I already told you guys, it will be streaming very soon on some of the other platforms like Spotify and not Kick, but the other one. But I'm trying to get it on one of the big platforms, hopefully with a better deal. NBC has the platform for it. Though that's the goal. Netflix, Amazon, you know what I'm saying? Roku. So we're going to keep pushing. All right, guys. So y'all know that's the plan. And if we get there, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a magical day because then this show will be a morning show that reaches millions. So, yeah, definitely, that's the goal. We'll just keep shooting at it. But like I said, guys, that's an episode of the Wonder Kid Morning Show. I love you guys. Be safe. Have a great day. Don't worry, I got 2 episodes coming out today. Go check those on the Wonder Kid Morning Show. The Wonder Kid Show. And I'll see you guys there, guys. But you guys know my slogan. Peace. And I'm out of here, guys. Yeah.
Finish him, Daddy.